I'm Meg Griffin in the studio with Ryan Adams and his band The Cardinals with the new release Cold Roses, and that one was Cherry Lane.
Or something.
Have you, over the years, driven much yourself? Like, do people usually drive, or have you driven much? I'm wondering.
No, they won't give me a license.
They won't?
I've never had one.
So I was wondering if you ever had gotten a speeding ticket.
I've driven, though.
Because of did a song ever kind of cause you to have a speeding ticket? One of yours got me a
record almost got me arrested. Last time I saw Ian McLagan from the Faces, it was in New Orleans. We were making Love as Hell, and I didn't know the session was almost over, but the evening definitely probably made it. So we all went out and had maybe too many Guinnesses and too many whiskeys, and that's what they were into drinking at the time, and I didn't care because I was taking a lot of drugs. And anything was going to work for me. And we were just working. We're in New Orleans. I'm not saying it's good for someone to take narcotics or not, but I just don't want to embellish the story so that people think I'm just naturally this way. But we all got a little too far out and went to the studio and played and went out for some cocktails. And the last thing I remember is somebody thought it'd be funny if I drove the rest of the way to the hotel. It was Piggly Wiggly in front of in front of the Silverfish Bedbug Hotel, or whatever it's called. It was fucking awful.
Landmarks, though.
And there was a big gravel parking lot. Piggly Wiggly were coming around, and they give me the car. And I remember that John Porter, he was a Smiths producer guy, was stumbling out of the car. He was driving the car. The reason it turned into me driving is because he somehow managed to drive the car slow enough and be wasted enough to where he was driving and just decided to kind of get out while the car was idling down the street. We're in it. So I got over, and Ian McLagan is on my right.
Boy.
He was really wasted, and I got in, and I put it back into drive and looked at the brakes and looked at the empty parking lot, and I looked over at him, and I said, Mac, and he's like, you're and I was like, welcome to hell. I just fucking grabbed that steering wheel, and I drove that car fucking nuts. Donuts in the parking lot.
I believe it.
Spun it around.
I believe it.
I could drive really well at this point for some reason. I didn't know what it was. And I was just going fast as fuck. And just, and I turned onto damn Chapatulas and took a left. Then took another left and got back in the parking lot. Spun it around the other way, and there was a whole shitload of metal garbage cans in front of the flea fucking bag inn, the bed sore inn, and that they put us up in. So I just took the car with him still in it, and he started looking like he was going to throw up. And I thought about how Johnny Porter had managed to have the car idle with him outside of it. And so I kind of pressed on the gas, not fast enough to crash the car through a wall, or through something, not that speed, but enough where it would at least do something. And so I pointed at the garbage cans, and as we're driving, and I just put it into neutral and got out and let the car crash into all these garbage cans with the Ian McLagan fucking passenger seat. And I woke up the next day and he was gone and the session was over.
I guess so.